The British Darts Organization on full display this weekend with the Isle of Man International Darts Festival. Brought to you by Pokerstars, we shuffle up and deal on 4 finals. Can you say star of the future? Just 12 years old, but it was no fluke for Luke the Nuke. Would there be some Laura Love in the house and terrific Turner Tungsten? Could Richard Veenstra do the double? Or would it be a Waits Wonderland for Scotty Too Hottie? The Youth, the Masters, the Classic, and the Open, Isle of Man, oh man, it's the BDO, baby, today on High Roller Radio. Yes, International Festival of Darts, and we thank the English Darts Organization for streaming it all. Dynamite coverage this weekend. Sunday, Finals Day. Here's the breakdown. We had the Youth Final first, followed by the Masters, then the Classic, everything culminating with the Pokerstars Open. Now, in case you're wondering, like we were, the difference between the various finals, the BDO helped clarify. The Isle of Man Open, it said, is a Category A+ for both men and women. The Classic is a Category A for women, Category B for men, and the Masters carries BDO and WDF points and a place in the England Masters. Thank you at BDO Darts for that. As you can see, a lot at stake, a lot to play for. Little Richard, as always, doing a fine job in his role as MC, working the crowd up nicely. Good crowd on hand, too. There she is, Bo Graves, 2-time Windmill World Masters Youth Champion and reigning champ here on the Isle of Man. Nice reception for her walk-on. Taking on this guy today, boys against the girls, 12-year-old Luke Littler. Small in stature, but a mighty presence at the Yaki. He raced out to a quick 2-0 lead, and then on 164 went 57-57 and just missed the bullseye, but he did clean up the 25 for 3-0. How about this response from Graves? The 107 checkout to keep it close. Brilliant shot. Littler, though, was not phased. He pinned tops here for 4-1. He then fired in this 180, and he liked it too. Raised his arms as if he were Bristow. Why not? He goes on to close it out for a 5-1 victory. See what the shirt says? Luke the Nuke. He just left a mushroom cloud on the Isle of Man. Littler takes youth crown, announced inside the BDO. Averages a shade under 75 to win. Good stuff indeed. Again, just 12. And yes, he's got a very bright future. Luke Littler is a little firecracker, ain't he? Tweeted Laura Butterworth. A 12-year-old from Lancashire, replied Lone Wolf 180. Yes, a 12-year-old. If he's that good now, what's he going to be like in a few years when he's a bit older, asked Wilf Ansel. A one-word answer to that. Stellar. All right, we pick up our second match of the day. The Women's Masters Final, tied at 2 in a best-of-7. Lisa Ashton playing Fallon Sherrick. And despite this very nice ton 40 from Fallon, the 4-time world champ would break throw and then hold for a 4-2 victory. Lisa Ashton, your ladies Masters champ. Hammer time. Andy Hamilton entering the Coliseum, ready for his battle with the jewelry-wearing Wesley Harms, the Dutchman in very fine form of late, recent winner of both the Scottish and Slovak Opens. His confidence on full display too. This double 20 made it 3-0 in a race to 4. Credit to Hamilton, though, responded with a tops of his own to avoid the whitewash. He then broke for 3-2 as he snatches his darts out of the board. We then got this reaction as he leveled things at 3, a roar and a clap of the hands. Deciding leg now, Harms with the darts, and look at this. Back-to-back 140s. That's how you stop the rot. This double 16 sealed it. The Dutchman holds on to win a nail-biter. 4-3 final. The pair exchanging handshakes in good spirits afterwards. Wesley Harms just doing what Wesley Harms does, said Laura. That's right, he wins. Great observation. Get out of Harms' way. He's on a roll. Lorraine Winstanley versus Fallon Sherrick, who's back on stage for a second time today, hoping for a better result. She started well with an opening leg hold on double 10. Winstanley, though, countered with a hold of her own, then a break on this beautiful 68 checkout, pressure darts, and first blood. That was all she needed, too. Double 10 sealed it. 4-2 the final. She wins the classic. Well played, Lorraine. Aki Balboa with congrats here, and you can see it's her first ranking title of 2019. It was double Dutch in the men's classic final. Willem Mandegers, Richard Veenstra having some banter beforehand. Veenstra, fresh off his win at the Dutch Open, more fine play to start this one. Double 16 for a hold in the opening leg. He landed this maximum en route to a brilliant 82 checkout in the third leg and a 2-1 advantage. Then after breaking the Mandegers throw, how about this? The 100 checkout, tops for the title. Veenstra takes down the men's classic convincingly. He averaged 90. 4-1 your final. Okay, time for the main event now. The Pokerstars Open and our first women's semifinal. Dita Hedman up against Lisa Ashton. Good tilt this, and replying beautifully to an Ashton break in the first leg. Hedman with one of her own in the second. Pinpoint on 82, 25-17 tops. Not to be outdone, Ashton took out 76 next for 2-2. She then kicked off with this 140, but it wasn't enough. Hedman was scoring well too and held on this double 10. And then she celebrated as she went treble 3, double 5 to win the match. Unorthodox but effective. No double today for Ashton as Hedman advances. Dita was dynamite. Come on, Eileen. Great intro for Eileen de Graaf, winner of 10 BDO ranking titles, taking on Laura Turner, who's playing well this weekend. They'd stay on throw through 4 legs. In the 5th, another hold. Laura Turner scoring 114 to leave 24, and yes, she'd pin it on double 6. Great darts. And then how about this? The 78 checkout to break throw and win the match. 4-2 your final. Turner will now play Dita Hedman in the final. Best of 9 men's semis now, and Scotty Too Hottie dancing his way into the auditorium, arms in the air, twirling around, pirouette prowess right there, up against Scott Mitchell. He found a last dart double top here for 2-2. Scotty Dog, nice response. A 14 darter to regain the lead. He took out 80 in 2 darts, a clean kill. Waits returned the favor with an 11 darter. A tight one this, and it would go all the way to a 9th leg, where the man in pink got down first, but he'd miss a dart at tops, and Waits came up clutch on the 74 checkout. A thriller. Waits survives it, and he is through to the final. Richard Veenstra back on stage playing Martin Clearmaker in our second semi, and he was in no mood to waste any time. This double 20 made it 4-0, and like his nickname suggests, he was flying. He didn't get the whitewash, but he does advance with a solid 5-1 victory. Okay, finals time. The ladies up first, and the heart of darts, Dita Hedman, having fun with a young fan during her walk-on. High fives all around. Laura Turner, her challenge. This, her 4th time on the live stream this weekend. Great exposure for her. First blood, too. She capitalized on several missed doubles from Hedman to break throw, but we got some Dita dynamite next. An immediate break back on 82. Bullseye double 16, beautiful. Credit to Turner though. She responded with a 74 checkout. The match's 3rd break of throw in a row. Make that 4 because Dita Hedman returned fire. A 150 to leave 36, and she nailed it. 2-2 now. Guess what? Turner broke again for 3-2, and then in the 6th leg, fired in this timely 180 en route to the first hold of the contest, an important one too, the match winner. Turner does it, announced inside the BDO, takes out a 19 dart leg to beat Dita Hedman 4-2 and secure her first ever Category A+ title. She was 4 of 7 on her doubles, averaged 71. Big moments indeed. Our last tilt of the evening was the men's finale. There are your combatants, Flyers, Richard Veenstra, and Scotty Too Hottie. 1st to 5 for all the marbles, and a blazing start for Waits. He took out 124 on the bullseye to make it 3-0, and with darts like these, There was no stopping him today. Back-to-back 180s in the fifth leg. He wouldn't get the 9-darter, but he did get the whitewash and the title. He wins it 5-0 for a celebratory fist pump. No double for Veenstra, but a great weekend nonetheless. So, Ashton and Harms are your Masters winners when Stanley and Veenstra take down the Classic, and your Pokerstars Open champions are Laura Turner and Scott Waits. Turner terrific, Waits wonderful, dancing on the Isle of Man today on High Roller Radio.